So I'm taking a short hiatus from soul expressions to read this cute little poem that I saw online. Of course, it doesn't have a title. Just at the bottom it says "Via the Irish Way." So if I was able to do a good Irish accent, I would, but I can't. So here goes. If the mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead weighs heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there's no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and a bath feels like you'll drown, if you haven't washed your hair for days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime. A rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind. The world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. So climb it in your own time and love yourself till then. That last line, I think I could have done an Irish accent. Okay, so just take the block that's behind the heart and just place it underneath the hips for a supported bridge. Take your time. And then once your hips are elevated, just go ahead and bring your arms to a goalpost. And just briefly making sure that your pubic bone and your navel, your belly button are all on the same plane. And then start to isometrically turn your feet out. So just feeling as you do that, just a slight engagement of the glutes. Good, bracing the low belly. Keeping the eyes closed here, start to gently rock the head from side to side, making those rocks slightly bigger as you move along. And then turning your head all the way over to one side, dropping the chin slightly and pressing down through the opposite shoulder blade. And then drawing the head over to the opposite way, dropping the chin here, pressing down through the opposite shoulder blade. Again, taking a nice big breath here. And then we'll bring the head back to neutral. Good. We'll keep our gaze towards the ceiling and just lift the head all the way up off the floor. So engaging the front of the neck. Good, and extend the arms back as the head is lifted. Good, keep the head lifted and then squeeze the arms back down, lower the head. Nice, and if this bothers your head or your neck, don't do it. You can just do the arm variation by itself. So we'll do that again, lifting the head up towards the ceiling. So you're just bringing your face closer to the ceiling, extending the arms back, reaching through the fingers. Good, squeezing the arms back down, lowering the head down. Good, last one. Lifting the head back up. So using the abs of your neck, reach the arms back, squeeze them back down and release. Take a breath here. Good, extend the arms up towards the ceiling and flex the wrists back so that your palms of your hands are facing the ceiling like you're making a nice little handprint. Good, and then reach further through the hands. So lifting your shoulder blades up off the floor as you reach the palm of the hands towards the ceiling. Good, and then press the shoulder blades back down into the floor, keeping the wrists extended. Good, do that a couple more times. So they're kind of like scapula puffs upside down. Nice, and then taking the fingers of the left hand with the right, so shoulders are back down towards the floor, rooted down. Good, spread out through that left thumb as you pull the fingers back. Nice. Good, and then pull that thumb towards you to whatever degree. And then switch sides. And then taking the thumb, pulling it back towards you. Good. Bringing the arms back down to a goalpost. Just bring your left hand to the side of your face or your head, and just start to press the side of your head into your fingers or into your head, and resist with your hand, just getting a little tension in the side of the neck, and then release. Come to the other side, press the side of your head, so the right side into your right hand or fingers or fingertips. Press, 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 and then press back with the hand. So you're not actually moving. Again, it's just an isometric hold. Switch sides again. Press your head into your hand. So on the left side. Nice, and then switch one last time. Good, and release. Good, press down through the feet, lift up off the block. Nice. Slide the block out from underneath you. Good, and then just press the palms down into the floor so arms are alongside. Squeeze the glutes and lift up any amount. Nice. Think about wrapping the glutes towards the back of the knees. Good, and then think about the pubic bone just lifting up a little bit more. Good, taking a breath here. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead, staying lifted up off the hips here. Good, taking this full body stretch of sorts. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Arms come down, hips come down. Good. Legs are going to extend up towards the ceiling. Nice. So press up through the heels and draw the toes down towards you, activating and energizing the legs. Bringing your arms to a goalpost here. Take any movement with the ankles, so maybe taking some circles, switching the direction of those circles, pointing and flexing a few times, spreading out the toes. Good, and then while we're here, we'll draw our right arm across our chest. Good, pull it in with the left, and then maybe gaze over your right shoulder. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Nice. Good, hands will come back to the floor, release the feet down. Good, press the hips up. Good, we're gonna go ahead and slide that right heel down towards the front of your mat so the heel stays in contact with the floor. Good, left foot is pressing into the floor as you engage that left glute, and then squeeze your right heel back, placing your right foot next to your left, and then coming to your left leg. Good, draw it straight. Good, and then squeeze it back in. So keeping the heel on the floor, switching sides again. Right heel extends out, stays on the floor. Squeeze it back in. Switch sides. So just keep going at your own pace. Good. Every time you squeeze that leg back in, maybe lift the hips up a little bit more. Nice. And when you finish this round, just do two more, one more on each side. Good. Last one here. Good. Lift that right leg up into the air so our hips are still lifted up off the floor. Good. And then cross, finding this figure four. Good. Lift up a little bit higher and then lower all the way down. Nice. Bring your knee into your chest so left foot can leave the floor if that feels okay. Taking a little outer hip stretch. You could always keep the left foot on the floor and just press the right thigh out. Good, gently lower. Releasing the right foot. Lifting back up. Nice, so we're back in our bridge pose. Good, firing up that right glute. Lifting that left leg up. Nice, crossing ankle over knee. Lifting those hips up a little bit higher. And then lowering down, maybe bringing the knee into the chest. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh or behind the shin. Breathing here. Nice, release your foot. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Find your block. And just have your block in front of you with one hand on either side. And then take that block and bring it behind your head. So we're going to give ourselves this little headrest. Good. And then you can lower back down onto the floor, but your head's on top of the block. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. Good. Press your head into the block. Nice. And then pull slightly on the block, lift up a little bit higher. Good. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lift back up. Press your head into the block. Squeeze up a little bit higher. Extend your right leg. Nice. Rebend. Inhale, lower down. Good. Exhale, lift. Extend your left leg. Nice. Press your head into your block. Lift up a little bit higher. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lift. Stay lifted. Extend the right leg. Stay lifted. Rebend. Extend the left leg. Good. Press your head into the block a little bit more. Lift up a little bit higher. Good. Inhale, rebend, lower down. Good. Exhale, lift. Stay lifted. Extend both legs. Nice. Lift up a little bit higher. Press your head into the block. Good. Rebend. Inhale, lower down. Good. Exhale, lift. Extend both legs. Come all the way up towards the ceiling. Take a slight twist to the left. Good. Both shoulder blades stay lifted. Press your head into the block. Come to center and then twist to the right. Good. Come back to center. Stay here. Lift up a little bit higher. Inhale, lower down. Good. Legs stay where they are. Good. So let's bring our legs back up. Good. Exhale, lift. Good. Twist to the left. Press your head into the block. Good. Draw your legs over to the right a little bit. Nice. Good. Come back to center. Twist to the right as the legs come to the left. Nice. Come back to center. Inhale, lower down. Good. Exhale, lift. Good. Twist to the left, legs go to the right. Twist to the right, legs go to the left. Come back to center. Stay here. Press your head into the block as you lower your legs to about 45 degrees. Good. Squeeze it back up. Good. Inhale, lower down. Good. Exhale, lift. Twist to the left, legs come to the right. Twist to the right, legs go to the left. Come back to center. Press your head into the block as the legs lower any amount forward. Good. Squeeze it back up. And inhale, lower. Bring your feet down. And release the block. Hopefully your neck feels nice and strong. Good. Bring your knees into your chest. And just drop them over to the left. Maybe teeing out the arms if you have the space. Looking up towards the ceiling. Chest faces the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath here. And we'll start to make our way over to the other side. Negotiating with your wall, if there's one there. Good, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Take a breath here. Nice. And then coming back to center, taking a happy baby if that's appropriate. If not, just sliding the hands behind the thighs. Good. Drawing the tailbone down. Reaching or drawing the shoulder blades down towards the floor. And maybe just taking a gentle rock from side to side. And then we will all slide our hands behind our thighs. And we will rock up, taking as many as you like. And we will meet in quadruped. So all fours, take your time getting there. Good, and then when you find all fours, start to press down through the pads of the finger, allowing the knuckles to kind of lift up a little bit and engaging all those muscles in the forearms. And then start with some cat-cows. So maybe keeping the eyes closed here. Maybe spending more time in one movement than the other. If that feels good before coming back to cat or cow. And then adding some movement by bringing the hands out to either side, coming into some circular movements here, maybe adding some barrel rolls of the chest, the rib cage, and then switching the direction of those circles. Just adding a few more wrist stretches. So fingers facing the knees, pressing down through the heels of the hands, puffing up behind the heart, dropping the chin, maybe rocking back and forth. Good, and then flipping the hands so that the palms face you and isometrically pulling them apart, puffing up behind the heart, dropping the chin, slurping the belly in, taking a breath. Good, and then flipping the hands back. So we're in quadruped. Good. Facing the floor, press the back of your head into that imaginary headrest. Good. Tuck your toes and hover in bear pose, but keep pressing the back of your head into that headrest. Yes. Nice. Now keeping the head pressing back, extend one leg, and then the other, finding plank pose. Keep pressing your head back into that headrest. Good. Take another breath, and then find downward facing dog. Good. Take whatever movement feels good here. Pedaling out the feet, shaking the head. Maybe taking a couple lion's breaths. Maybe lifting up onto the tippy toes and then slowly lowering the heels down. Good. Optimal word is towards the floor. That does not have to touch, they do not have to touch the floor. And then eventually we will meet in a forward fold. So start to make your way there. And then finding your favorite variation, maybe hands interlaced behind the head or some other version. If the hands are interlaced and you like to just sway gently. Good, and then releasing the arms, begin to roll up one vertebra at a time. Good, engage in the core, and then the head will roll up last. Good, and then making sure to bring the head back into its headrest, arms at your side, Tadasana. Awesome. So we're going to bring our right elbow underneath our left, finding eagle arms. Now, if the hands don't come towards each other, you could always bring them onto the shoulders, so that's fine too. Good. So standing in your Tadasana, start to inhale. Keep your gaze on the inside of your elbow. Start to lift your elbows up towards the ceiling, engaging your glutes, pressing down through the feet, and exhale, releasing it back down. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Good. One more, one more, one more. Inhale, lift those elbows, gaze at that inner elbow, and release the arms. Good. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, fold. Good. Planting your hands, take a little half lift here. Exhale, fold it in. Right leg comes back. Drop the knee, untuck the toe, arms rise. Nice. Good. Reaching up through all 10 fingers. And find plank pose. Good. Lower the knees. Lower down in one strong piece. Inhale, cobra. And downward facing dog. Good. Right leg, using your core, bring it forward between the hands. Good. As best as you can, drop back the untucked toe. Arms rise. Inhale. Forward fold, top of your mat. Hands find your hips. Elbows reaching towards the ceiling. Come all the way up to stand. Optional back bend here. Good. Left elbow behind right. Eagle arms here. Or a variation. Good. Inhale. Lift those elbows. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale. Lower. Good. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Lower. Good. Inhale. Lift. Good. Maybe make this a little deeper. And release the arms. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Fold. Good. Half lift here. Fold in. Left leg comes back. Drop knee. Untuck toe. Arms rise. Plank pose. Good. Hold here. We're going to lower for a count of 5, 4, 3. Keep pushing the floor away. 1. Good. Cobra. Maybe hover the hands. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Left leg plants between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, arms rise. Good. Exhale, fold. Come right into a forward fold. Nice. Hands find hips, flat back, elbows up. Come all the way up to stand. Optional back bend here. Awesome. Good. So adding on, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Good. Right leg is going to come back. Good. We're going to lift up into a high lunge. Nice. Good. Again, we're going to bring that right arm underneath the left for eagle arms. Good. We're going to inhale, lift those elbows. So slightly more challenging because of the balance. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Good. Keep that right glute engaged. That will help. Good. Lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Nice. And then release. Good. We're going to take an easy twist, lowering that right arm down. Left arm floats up towards the ceiling. Right shoulder plugs in. And then we're going to walk to the right for side lunges. So pardon my back. So keep your hands on the floor for these first little round of side lunges. Nice. Good. And then we're going to deepen into that right glute, finding a skandasana, but don't come down too far. So maybe keep your hands on the floor, and then maybe turn your left toes towards the ceiling. Good. Holding here, activating that right glute medius, and then turning those toes out for an extended side angle. Right elbow comes to the right thigh, left arm reaches over the ear. Good. Inhale here. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, float up to a warrior 2. Yes. So right leg's forward, left leg's back, facing the back of our mat. Turning or straightening that right leg, turning that foot in, turning the left foot out for warrior 2 facing the front of our mat. Excuse me, sorry. Good. So we're in a warrior two here. Good. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side. Nice. Inhale, reverse. And extended side. We'll hold here. Find your hip with your right hand. Start to heel toe your right foot in. We're going to find a half moon here. So left hand either hovers or comes to the floor or a block. Right arm floats up. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, we are going to face the floor, squaring our hips. Good. And then we're going to lift that left arm up. Just finding a little revolved half moon. Yes. Nice. Good. Now we're going to come up to mountain pose, bringing that right foot in or right knee in with us to tree. So bringing that right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Good. Any arm variation here. Good. Pressing that foot into the thigh, pressing the thigh into the foot. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, release your foot down and fold it down. Awesome. Left leg is going to come back. High lunge here. Good. Find your eagle arms left underneath right. Nice. Good. We're going to move those elbows to the right as we look to the left. Nice. Good. And then we're going to move those elbows to the left as we move to the right. Move our head to the right. Good. Again. And a little balancing. I'm wobbling. Wobbling here on my carpet. Nice. And then we'll find a nice easy twist. So unraveling the arms, lowering that left hand down, right arm floats up. Nice. Good. So side lunges again, walking it to the left. Maybe this time the hands stay on the hips. Maybe they're in prayer. Or maybe if you're feeling a little extra, you reach the arms forward. Right, nothing wrong with being a little extra on a Thursday afternoon. Good, and then we'll find our easy skandasana to the left. So hands stay down, right toes reach up towards the ceiling. So make it feel good. Don't make it a how low can you go type of thing. Good, extended side angle, where we're headed. Right arm floats up over the ear, nice. Good, warrior two, inhale. Beautiful. Good, and then warrior two to the front. Good, rebending that right leg. Inhale, reverse. And extended side. We'll do that one more time. Reverse. And then we'll hold this extended side so we can find our left hip with our left hand and make our way into half moon. Nice. Good, maybe the left hand floats up towards the ceiling. Good, energizing that top leg. Nice, lowering that left arm, squaring the hips. Right arm is gonna peel up towards the ceiling. Awesome. Good, and then we will find tree pose. So take your time, reach all the way up to stand, left foot to right thigh. Use whatever you need to get there. Arms maybe reach up or some other variation. Good, inhale. And exhale. Good, slowly release your left foot. Good, reach your arms up a little bit higher. And fold forward. Good, so we're gonna take that from the top, adding on and taking off and making it a little interesting. So we're gonna bring our right leg back, high lunge, arms rise, nice. And then we're gonna pull an imaginary rope down as we bring our back knee in. Good, we're gonna release that rope as the back knee comes back, and we'll just repeat that movement a few times. Good, nice. Good, just a few more. Nice. Good, couple more. Last one here. We'll find that easy twist here. Good, left arm floats up. And then we'll make our way into a side plank as the left leg comes into a tree pose. Nice. Good, reaching the left arm over the ear, pressing the floor away. And then release your left foot back where you found it. Turn to the right for your side lunges. Good, and then come right into an extended side angle. Nice. Good, warrior two. Good, and then find star pose. So toes out, heels in. Reach the arms up, get some extension, take up space. Nice. And then warrior two back to the front, reverse. And extended side. Good, stay here. Make your way into a half moon, maybe grabbing the back foot for Chapasana or candy cane. Nice. Gently release the foot. Find a revolved half moon. Good. And then find your way up into tree. And then from here, we'll add on a little bit. Good. Taking a breath. And then find your big right toe with the peace fingers of your right hand. Nice. And then extend the foot out. Good. You could also use a strap here. So drawing the shoulder back, straightening the standing leg. Nice. Lifted leg doesn't have to be straight. Good, taking a breath here. And then opening it out to the right. I'm just gonna turn because I got a big wall. Nice. Good, maybe left arm comes out to the left. Good. You can use the video to make sure your hips are aligned here. Nice. Good, and then come back forward. Release the toe, but keep the leg lifted. I know it's a little psoas. Good, lift, 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 lift. Good, and release your right foot in front of your left. Cross over, and fold. Nice. Good, good, good. So wag your tail. Take a few breaths. Maybe walk your hands towards the inner left heel. And then walk your hands towards the inner right heel. Good, and then we're gonna lower down, find crow pose. You're welcome to uncross the ankles, but it's fun to keep them crossed. And then just come into crow with the crossed ankles. Hold here for as many breaths, maybe 4 to 5 breaths. And then come back in through your vinyasa. And we'll have one more opportunity to play around with crow, so. Good, so once you come through your vinyasa, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Good, take a breath here. And exhale, release. Good, at the end of your next exhale, hop, step, or float to the front of your mat. Find a chair pose. Sink your hips, reach your arms alongside the ears. Good, slurp the low belly in. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, find a plank pose. Good, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, exhale, hop, step, or float to the front, find chair pose. Inhale, exhale, fold, plank pose, low plank, upward facing, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, forward to a plank pose. Good, hold here. Press your head back into its imaginary headrest. And we're gonna lower for a count of 8. Pressing back into the headrest the whole time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, head rest, 3, 2, and 1, nice. Arms alongside, forehead on the floor, prepare, inhale, lift everything up for locust. Good, press down through the pubic bone, reach back through the fingers and the toes. Keep the head neutral, one more breath. And exhale, release. Bring your one cheek to the floor, either one. Good, bring your toes towards each other like a little pigeon toe. Heels out, shoulders release forward. And just take a breath. Feel the belly just kind of extend into your mat. Good, preparing for one more locust. Option to use a strap or interlace the fingers if that's available. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, inhale, peeling up off the floor. Good, holding here, getting extension. Inhale, getting lift. Good, one more breath. As we lower, keep the interlace of the fingers if you can. And then if it feels okay, roll over to one side using your right leg as like a little kickstand behind the left leg. So I'm rolling onto my left side. You can always release the interlace and bring your arms out to a T if this doesn't feel right. Good, and then gently rolling over to the right side. Negotiating with any furniture. Left foot is your little kickstand here. Head is on the floor. Maybe you get a little release there. Good, and then coming onto your belly, bringing your hands onto either side of your chest, tuck your toes, find plank pose, and then downward facing dog. Awesome. Right leg is gonna come forward, plant it between the hands, warrior one. Nice. Good, inhale here, reach up through the fingers. Nice, taking some circles with the wrists, any direction, switching the direction, and then floating down, finding a one-legged plank. And then lowering with the one leg, planting both feet down, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, warrior one here. Nice, inhale, arms rise. And exhale, come down. One-legged plank, one-legged chaturanga. Lowering the leg down, upward facing, downward facing dog. Nice. Make your way to the top of your mat. Good. Find the big toes with your yogi toe block. So feet are about hip width distance apart. Good. Inhale, extend. And exhale, fold down. Good. Taking a breath here. Good. Releasing. Finding the hips, flat back, elbows up. Good, come all the way up to stand. Optional back bend here. Awesome. Good, so starting from the top, arms alongside. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Perfect. Left leg comes back, high lunge. Rise up. Nice. Left arm underneath right for eagle arms. Good. Moving your elbows to the left, gazing over your right shoulder. Good, squeezing your left glute for balance. Good, switch. And switch. Nice, one more. Good, making your way into an easy twist. Left arm lowers, right arm rises. Nice, and then finding a side plank here. Tree pose, reach that right arm over the ear, press the floor away. Nice. Return your right foot. Nice. And then walk it to the left, finding a few side lunges here. Nice. And then extended side angle towards the back of your mat. Right arm floats up over the ear. Nice. Inhale, finding warrior two. Nice. And then finding star. So heels in, toes out, arms reach up, get extension. Good, stay here with your legs and just bring your elbows into your sides. So you're making like a W. Yeah, good, and then squeeze the bottom of the shoulder blades kind of gently together. Good, depressing the shoulders. Nice, and then lower the forearms so you're making an L on either side. Now pretend somebody's pulling your thumbs back for some strange reason, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades gently. Yes, nice. And then extend the arms out, straighten them, take up more space, more space, more space. And then warrior two to the front of our mat. Nice. Reverse. And extended side, we'll stay here. Good, find the hip. Make your way into half moon. Optional or option to take the left foot or ankle with the left hand. Good, and pressing that foot into the hand, pressing that right foot into the floor. Good, I like to keep my gaze down, but if you like, you can gaze up. Good, release the foot for revolved half moon. Straightening that left leg, extending the right arm. Very nice. Good, and then making our way into tree pose. Good, coming up, keeping your gaze on one thing. Good, extending the arms or taking some other variation. Awesome. Good, and then we'll find the big left toe with the left two fingers here, and then we'll extend the legs straight. Good, keeping the standing leg straight. Lifted leg can be bent. Good, and then open it out to the side. Good, try to level out the hips here. You could always kind of counterbalance with the arm. Nice. Good, slowly start to bring the foot center. Maybe release the foot and hold there. I know. And then we'll cross the ankle, the left ankle over the right as we fold forward. Nice. Wagging your tail, maybe walking your hands over to the left and then over to the right. Good, bending the knees, finding this crow variation with the crossed legs or uncrossing and then finding crow. Good. And then as you come back through your vinyasa, you just have to remember to uncross the legs. Nice. And we'll meet in a down dog. Nice. Good. So let's slowly drop the forearms to the floor. Good. Feet are wherever they are. We're going to lift the right leg up and then bring it down a little bit closer to your elbows. And then do the same thing with the left. Yes. Good. And then just keep walking out your forearm dog here, or option to kick up into a forearm stand, either wherever you are or finding a wall or something to lift your legs up against. And you're pressing your finger pads into the floor. Again, that's your brakes. Nice. Good. And it's also helpful to kind of drop your chin. So you're lowering your chin towards your chest. Good. So take another breath or two here. And then we'll meet in child's pose. So whenever you're done playing, just lower the knees down. Extend the arms forward. Maybe taking a variation, bringing the palms together and bringing the thumbs towards the nape of the neck. to drain, towel off. We're just gonna meet in a downward facing dog and do some stretches. So we're actually gonna start with pigeon. That's why we're coming to downward facing dog. It's not another sequence. Okay, so let's bring that right leg back and up. Maybe bend the knee and open up the hip if you like to do that first. And then bring your right knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards your left wrist. Lower down any amount using whatever props you have laying around to either put underneath that right hip or put underneath the chest. You like a little support there. Good, and then squaring the hips, so leveling them out. So again, I kind of think about drawing that right hip back, left hip forward, and then pressing the back of those right toes into the floor. So we're still flexing that foot to protect the knee. Good, just breathing here. Good, try not to sickle the foot, so keeping the shoelace side of the left foot pressing down if you can. Good, we're just gonna start to walk our hands in towards our calf, our right shin. Good, we're gonna bend that left knee. Option to take the left foot or ankle with the left hand and pull it in towards the left hip or glute. Squaring the chest forward. Good, gently, gently, gently release that foot. Good, come onto your right hip. Nice. And then the left leg is gonna stay extended as the right heel comes into the pelvis. Yeah, good. Left arm is gonna come next to your left shin, either on the floor or on a block. Right arm reaches up and over. Good, opening or peeling your chest towards the ceiling. Good. If your right hand reaches the toes, then you want to grab on and take one more opening or one more breath. Good. And then next inhale, extend all the way back. Bring your right hand outside your right hip, coming onto the right shin, pressing the foot down, lifting up off your glute, reaching that left arm up and over. Good. And slowly lower down. Nice. Good. Switching sides. So extending the right leg out. Left heel comes into pubic bone. Right arm extends alongside the right leg. Left arm comes up and over as we peel our chest open towards the ceiling. Good. Maybe you find contact. Finding the toes with the left hand. Taking one more breath. And then inhale, start to lift up. Bring your left hand outside your left hip. Come onto the left shin. Press down through the toes. Reach the right arm up and over. Nice, and then release. Good. So we're gonna literally just come right into pigeon on our left side. You're welcome to come back to a downward facing dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Good. And then come into pigeon. So any way you want to do it, just make sure your left foot is in front or the opposite leg of whatever you did on the other side. Good. Trying not to sickle the back leg and just noticing if there's a difference between sides. Flexing that left foot. And start to make your way, walking your hands back, bending the right knee, finding the right foot or ankle with the right hand, pulling the heel in towards the glute, squaring your chest forward. Nice, gently release. Lower down onto your bum. Good, extending both legs out into a wide angle. Good, hands come to center. Good, inhale, get tall through the crown of the head as you root down through the back of the legs and then walk forward. Good, find wherever your edge is, take a breath, maybe walk it back a little bit and then start to go forward again. See if you can get a little bit more depth. Not good or bad if you can or can't, just finding your edge. And with your next inhale, start to walk your hands back. Nice, slide. Maybe give them an assist, but slide your legs in towards each other. Then make sure that you are on your mat so that when you lower down, you're on your mat in totality here. Reaching your arms back, maybe taking an overhead stretch or full body stretch. Maybe pointing the toes and arching the back. And then flexing the feet and lowering the back down, pulling the belly in. Nice. Refind your block. Hopefully it didn't drift that far. And then just prop your hips up one last time for a little cooling posture. So you're welcome to take a shoulder stand without the block. I like it with the block. So you do, but we'll extend our legs up towards the ceiling. Good, maybe goalpost the arms, or maybe you keep your hands on the block as you take any movements with the feet, the ankles. Good, maybe taking some slow like flutter kicks, or maybe opening your legs out wide into like little wide angle, and then taking these little steering wheels, so turning one hip up as the other hip goes away from you. Good, and if it feels good to take your right ankle to your left knee for one more little figure four stretch, maybe allowing the hips to kind of tilt up on the front edge of that block, getting a little bit more into that outer hip, weighting your left glute or left hip, and then slowly switching sides. Nice, and then releasing the feet. Good, maybe you flip the block onto the medium setting. Maybe you don't do this at all if it bothers the low back. As we extend the legs and reach the arms up for a little hip flexor stretch. If you're feeling especially crazy, you can even bring your block to the highest setting. And then extend the block, the legs. And reach the arms up. And if there's any pose that we haven't done that you need to complete your practice, you can take a moment and do it now. And we're just going to start to prepare our space for Shavasana. So if you like to light a candle or close the lights or throw a blanket over you. Just get your space ready. And if you've been using an Ujjayi breath, just allow the breath to return to a normal pattern. Tuck your shoulders underneath your chest. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes closed or gaze soft. Shavasana. I'll call you out when it's time. So begin to deepen the breath. Maybe taking some gentle movement with the fingers and the toes and the wrists and the ankle joints. If it feels good to take one more overhead stretch. And then just slowly roll onto your favorite side, just using the bottom arm as a pillow, right into the fetal position, taking a full and complete breath. And at the end of the next exhale, just press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands to heart center. Keeping the eyes closed or gaze soft. Inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Lokasana Sav Signal Bhavantu. May all living things be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, actions of our own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom from suffering for all. Bring the thumbs to the third eye. Today, may we be safe. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we know abundance and deep inner peace. Namaste. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks,
All
Sam.
right, I'll see ya. I'm gonna sign off.
See you soon.
Okay, bye, bye, Em.